Guys, there's 4 assets that I want to talk to you about on this quick video that I'm just not selling. I'm never selling these assets. So let's just jump right into it, guys. The very first asset that I'm never selling, I buy and I hold and I keep forever, is real estate. I've held rental real estate for the last 25 years, and it's the greatest investment that I've probably ever made. Now, don't get me wrong, I've made my share of mistakes with real estate, but I also know and I realize and I've learned that buying rental real estate and holding and never selling can be about the most powerful strategy for building long-term wealth that you could ever think about. Why? Well, there's lots of reasons, right? Of course, you build wealth by the fact that it appreciates in value. Typically, right? 99.9% of the time, real estate is going to go up in value. And it makes the possibility for the accumulation of wealth to be great, incredible. So holding on to pieces of real estate, rental property, it adds to your long-term wealth. Not to mention, because it's income producing property, you're getting a steady cash flow of rents every single month. You're getting paid on the regular. So not only is it going up in value year after year after year, but you're also being paid on a monthly regular basis. So it's an income stream. Not to mention the leverage that you can have when you own real estate. Why? Because you're building up equity. And equity is just the difference between what you owe and what the value is, right? So that equity goes up and up and up because you're paying down the piece of property. If you have a mortgage on it, you're paying it down, but you're also at the same time getting that accumulation that's going up in value in terms of its appreciation. So you're getting tons of benefits as your equity grows. It gives you more and more options. You can leverage that equity. You can never touch that equity. You can touch it down the road one day. You have options when you have rental real estate. And the tax benefits, right? Including depreciation, which allows you to offset rental income on your taxes. There's just a lot of different reasons why you really want to consider having some real estate, income producing real estate in your portfolio, and just never sell it. Look, when you hold property, you can also defer any capital gains taxes almost forever. If the property gets passed down to your heirs or someone else's, there's a lot of ways to go about holding it forever and deferring legally paying capital gains taxes. And nobody talks about it, but rental real estate is a hedge against inflation. So as the cost of living goes up on a regular basis because of inflation, so do the cost of your rents that you charge people to live or occupy your rental property. So the property value is going up. Your rents are going up. Look, you don't have to worry about inflation messing up your cash flow or your monthly rents when it comes to inflation. You don't have to worry about it, right? And as I said, you can pass rental property or properties on to other heirs, and you can leave it as an inheritance to people behind you, your kids, your grandkids. Look, I can't control a company in the stock market, but I can control my real estate. I can control this tangible asset that I own called real estate. So for me, real estate provides a nice diversification in my overall investment portfolio. And it also behaves differently sometimes, quite often, than stocks do. Stocks go up, okay, real estate's right here, going up small but steady. Stocks go down, you see real estate go up a lot, just like back in 2022, when the overall stock market was down close to 18%, the S&P 500 was down 18% for the year of 2022. Well, that's the year that we saw real estate prices go up quite a bit, right? So lots of reasons I like having some buy and hold rental real estate in my portfolio. And I'm never selling. Even though I get those calls and those postcards, at least 3 or 4 times a week, people wanting to buy my rental properties, I'm not selling. The second asset that you should consider buying and holding forever and never selling is blue chip stocks. Now, when I say blue chip stocks, I'm talking about companies like Coca-Cola, Visa, ExxonMobil, Walmart, Colgate-Palmolive, Procter & Gamble, JP Morgan Chase, Home Depot, McDonald's, right? These are the companies that are solid, well-known, well-established, pay good dividends quite often. They got good reputations as corporations. Sure, they may have their issues here and there, but they've been around for a long time. They got name recognition, right? So they have this established moat in whatever industry they're in. When you think about home repairs, you think about Home Depot. When you think about fast food, you think about McDonald's. When you think about a soft drink, you think about Coca-Cola. When you think about oil, you think about ExxonMobil. So these companies called blue chips, they have what we call a moat, right? And a moat is just the area around a castle that's typically filled in with water. right? If you think about the true definition of a moat, it's just the water or the ditch that's filled with water that's surrounds a castle to protect the castle. So a moat, like these companies, these blue chip companies have, it's just protection. It's a competitive advantage that these companies have over other companies that may be in their industry. Why do they have these competitive advantages? Because they're well established, they have a good reputation, and they have a long history of steady growth as a company. So I like these big blue chip stocks because as far as my portfolio is concerned, they offer a level of security. Not that they're risk-free, right? We know they're not risk-free. There's risk in everything when you're talking about money. But they offer sort of reliable long-term growth. And I'm an investor, guys, that I don't like to take a whole lot of big-time risk, right? I like steady. I like reliability. I like a certain level of comfort with world-class, large blue chip stocks from big-time companies that we all know and we all believe in. That's why I'm buying and holding blue chip stocks, and I'm not selling them. Now, the third asset that I'm buying and I'm not selling, and I suggest you consider buying and never selling, is broad market index funds or ETFs. Now, when I speak about broad market index funds or broad market ETFs, I'm talking about the ETFs and index funds that cover a large portion of the overall stock market. Index funds like VTSAX from Vanguard, or the ETF equivalent from Vanguard called VTI. That's a total stock market ETF, or Schwab's equivalent, which is SWTXS. Right? These all cover the entire stock market. Or you got Schwab's SPY that covers the S&P 500, or Vanguard's equivalent that covers the 500 top largest companies in America, and Vanguard's equivalent is called VOO in an ETF. Or you got Vanguard's Total World Stock Market Index Fund and ETF, VTWAX, or the ETF equivalent VT. The point is this: I want large, broad index funds or ETFs. Why do I want them? Because I believe in businesses in America and worldwide. I believe that when you hold a lot of companies, all of them ain't going bad at the same time. I believe that for the most part in America, businesses are going to continue to thrive in my lifetime. Over the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years, I believe business is still important. Business is still going to be owned by private citizens. We're still going to live under capitalism. We're still going to have an opportunity to invest in businesses, and businesses won't be failing all at the same time over a long stretch of time in America and even worldwide. I believe in business. And so therefore, I want to own a whole lot of them in broad-based ETFs and index funds because the world runs on business. I don't think that's changing anytime soon. Not to mention, I like broad-based ETFs and index funds because they also offer a lot of diversification, meaning that it spreads my investment across lots and lots and lots of different companies in various sectors and various types of markets. And that reduces my risk. Remember what I said earlier, guys? I don't like to take a whole lot of risk. And because I don't like to take a whole lot of risk, you're not going to see me putting all of my money in a stock. You won't see that. I'd rather spread the investment out to the S&P 500 or to the total stock market in America, right? And investing in broad-based index funds and ETFs, it's fairly simple. It's easier than picking individual stocks, right? I don't have the time to analyze all the individual stocks that I may be interested in. I just don't have that kind of time. So therefore, I'll just take that bucket over there called VOO, or give me that bucket over there called VTI, right? Give me the bucket and let me evaluate the bucket, but I ain't got time to evaluate all the individual stocks. And of course, ETFs and index funds typically outpace inflation. So they're a hedge against inflation. And again, they require minimal effort, right? You don't have to manage and babysit an ETF or an index fund like you have to manage and watch and pay attention to and watch closely individual stocks. And that's perfect for me. I like a hands-off approach when it comes to the stock market for the most part. That's why I'm buying and holding broad-based index funds and ETFs. And I'm never selling them. They're a big part of the foundation of my portfolio. Now, the fourth asset that I'm buying and I'm never selling is AI stocks. Now, I just went through all of the information about ETFs and index funds and how they're better than individual stocks. But I do have some individual stocks. And a large portion of what I have in terms of individual stocks is AI stocks. Me personally, I'm buying AI stocks and I'm never selling. Why? Because AI technology is here to stay. Whether it's NVIDIA, Google, Palantir, doesn't matter. Why? Because AI stocks represent, over the next 15, 20 years at least and beyond, big growth. The AI industry, guys, is expected to grow at really a staggering pace over the next couple of decades. And I mean across huge industries: the healthcare industry, the finance industry, the automotive industry, the entertainment industry, the gaming industry. You name the industry, AI is there. I believe AI is the next big technological revolution that's here. It's already here and it's at the beginning stages right now as of the making of this video. But just like the internet came in the late 90s, now we have AI coming in the 2020s. And I think it's going to be here for a long, long time. So companies that are at the forefront of this AI innovation, this AI movement, I think those companies are poised for some incredible growth over the next couple of decades. Because I believe that AI is not just a trend. AI is being built on top of already existing processes. Like back in the late 90s, there was no precedence for the internet, right? There was no real precedence for it. But today, AI is groundbreaking and it's being built on top of the internet. It's being built on top of technological advances that are already in place throughout business. Remember, I believe in business. And if I believe in business, then what's going to be powering businesses over the next couple of decades and beyond? AI. So I believe investing now early in AI is going to provide incredible growth for my individual portfolio. So in my opinion, AI is fast becoming. It's already here, but it's at the beginning stages of becoming the cornerstone for efficiency and decision making in all types of businesses across all types of sectors. So AI is going to enhance productivity. AI is going to reduce costs for businesses, and AI is going to provide lots and lots of solutions. And remember, with AI, there's hardware, there's software, there's data centers, there's machine learning, there's algorithms and training frameworks. Look, there's a lot involved with AI. So for those reasons, in my lifetime, I'm buying AI stocks and I'm not selling. Now look, I know there's gold, there's silver, there's collectibles, there's cryptocurrency, and there's commodities like corn and wheat, and there's land, right? There's all different types of assets that are out there. But in my opinion, they all pale to the 4 that I gave you in this video. So there you have it, guys. That's the 4 assets that I'm buying and I'm never selling. Drop a comment below and let me know if there's an asset that I missed that you're investing in and never selling. And also tell me why. Share this video with somebody you know in your network of good people and smash that like button for me. And while you're at it, check out these 8 financial milestones that you need to achieve and accomplish in your 40s. Until the next video, peace.